Well, hello my beautiful Taurians, welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your monthly reading for October 2023. I've already cleansed your space and I've meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about pretending to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings, I do not take your money, e-gifts, donations. I'm not on Facebook, WhatsApp, PayPal, Telegram or Patreon. I will never ask you for your credit card details. I'll never ask for personal details, and I'll also never give you a cell phone number to call. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful there's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Taurians, this is your monthly reading for October. I'm going to get all of your cards first before I connect to an outcome. But just to make you aware, October is going to be a pretty wild ride in terms of planetary alignments and occurrences. We have not one but 2 eclipses that will affect the order of the energy this month. We have a solar eclipse, often referred to as the Ring of Fire, on the 14th of October, and it will be visible for most to see in the Western Hemisphere. For some, it will appear as a partial eclipse, but for others you'll get the full display. Now, eclipses are noted for affecting our mood and our behaviors. You may feel more sensitive than usual or feel like something is just a little bit off. It's generally a perfect time to withdraw, recharge your batteries and reflect on your life path and make major decisions for the next steps ahead and shake life up a little bit. Even spiders are known to dismantle their web during a solar eclipse and rebuild it once it passes. So the energy tends to affect us all to some degree. Now, eclipses, they act as portals to exploring other avenues in life. So if you're not happy in some area, it is a perfect time to make some changes. You know, eclipses, they only become difficult to deal with when we resist the changes that we know deep down are necessary to move forward. On the 28th of October, we have a partial lunar eclipse, which offers life-changing energy to usher in any of those decisions that you've already made to see yourself evolve and transform your life in some way, for the positive, of course. Now, eclipses, they do have a bad rap for being a negative force, and they can influence abrupt changes, reversals, and U-turns. And those U-turns can also make the everyday difficult. But on a positive note, it reminds us that we must be flexible and be ready for that one constant factor of life, which is change. Now also Pluto, the heavyweight planet of truth, goes direct this month on the 10th of October. So you'll witness many exposés, either on a personal level or a global scale. Revelations of alternative agendas can bring uncomfortable truths, but Pluto tends to bring our attention to anything that is difficult, or if there's an undercurrent of something, in order to elevate us towards awakening closer to the light. Personally, anything that's been holding you back or hindering your path is automatically left behind as you emerge a brand new you and with renewed energy and vitality. It's almost like a final push to detoxify and declutter your life. Now, this all takes place in the sign of Capricorn, which actually influences money, rules, regulations, and policies. So you may see some major changes and power struggles in these sectors in the world over the coming months. But ultimately, it is a perfect time to check in with and secure your finances. Download monthly statements as proof of your coins, should there be any gremlins in the system. Also, it is a perfect time to have confidence in your natural talents and abilities. It's time to launch any new ideas, entrepreneurialships, or side hustles to become financially independent. And in terms of love, the new moon is in Libra, so it's a very positive influence. If you're already in a relationship, any pressures start to dissipate and it resets your love life to get back on track and remember why you fell in love with each other in the first place. And of course, if you're looking for love, then Pluto actually helps in this area as it's in the 3rd house of communication, which is really a perfect chance to put yourself in a position to meet someone new. Now, overall, of course, it is is a month of change, and it actually closes with the veil between worlds being the thinnest on Halloween, or Samhain to those who celebrate. It's a time to rejoice in the cycle of life, and in most cases it brings people together community-wise and helps us all rise. Spiritually, you'll feel called to align yourself and make a deeper connection with your higher self as well. Now, for you, my beautiful Taurians, your 6th house is influencing you during this period. I'm just getting a Celtic cross there for you all as well. So let me make it a little bit neater so I can see your energy. Your 6th house of daily routines and schedules is influencing you at this time. So it's a time to focus on your projects, work if you're in a career environment, paying bills, savings plans, budgets, repayment plans, pensions, things like that, mortgage. It's all about your responsibilities and tasks. This is a time where things may feel like you're just busy doing and nothing is really happening. But actually, it's a very important house that keeps your life running very smoothly. So it's time also to focus on your health, and you may even restart a diet or exercise plan, or even look at your sleeping patterns during this time as well, just to get back on track. And at the end of the month, you're influenced by your 1st house, which is your house of identity. So you'll be focusing more on yourself, revamping a look perhaps, or your wardrobe, but ultimately it's really about looking at what makes you unique to stand out from the crowd. You'll do a little bit of soul searching at the end of the month there to really find your place in the world. And if you're unhappy, as I said, with any aspect of your life, it is a perfect time to set changes in motion for the better. Now, looking at your chart, we definitely have some very positive energy for the month of October for you. We have Grand Trine as your starting card. Now, of course, this indicates being given some good luck this month. It says being blessed, good luck, completion, receiving gifts, contentment, magnetic energy, huge successes, little effort, and harmony. So that's the energy that's governing you this month, which is really, really positive, especially since you're starting with the Sun card as well. This is your overarching energy. Your protagonist energy indicates you're trying to be a little bit more positive in your approach to your everyday working practices, but I feel like you have a bit more of a spring in your step this month. The Sun card represents having more energy, more clarity in order to focus on your direction. And with the Death card as your outcome energy, I feel like you are making some major changes. Now, there is a Tower in your reading. Interesting, because you are an opposing sign of Scorpio, of course, and they also got a Tower in that resistance position. And if you do get a Tower, that's exactly where you want it to be, because it means that you're not really being affected by any shocks and changes. I feel like you are navigating a time period very, very well, and I feel like you're in control of any changes that are occurring. The Sun card really is about you blossoming. It's about you enjoying the finer things in life, trying to build a life of sanctuary, of luxury, but also you've got your eye on the prize. You are moving towards success. So I definitely see that you have a lot of energy this month to get stuff done. Whether you're in the career sector or not, I definitely get this sense that you are shining your wonderful light. And some of you may have felt a little bit exhausted recently, or you may have felt like you're running on empty. But the month of October, you just feel exuberant, like you have a vitality about you that perhaps you haven't had for a while. Also, with the Sun card, I feel, it just feels like the energy is different. The energy is better in October. There's a lot to look forward to, and I feel there's that spring in your step, as I mentioned, that's coming through there as well. Now, the Sun also indicates that some of you are getting clarity on some of the changes that you need to make in your life. And looking at your chart, I definitely see you've got wonderful new ideas. Some of you are trying to think about either traveling or moving abroad, or even trying to have some sort of nomadic lifestyle where you have a little bit more freedom. So you may be setting up entrepreneurial ships, or you are getting a little bit more creative to set up second streams of income this month. I definitely see that change is afoot. Ultimately, I see you checking in with your heart space and wondering, are you in the right place? And if you're not, I definitely see that you're taking action to change your circumstances for the better. Now, the Tower is in the resistance position. As I said, this is your overarching energy. We'll get to the Celtic cross for the details in a moment. But the Tower tells me that right now you have been feeling a little bit stuck. Maybe you've been feeling a bit restless. You may have felt that you've been going round and round in circles and wondering, are you on the right path? Well, I definitely see that you're on the right path here. And some of you may even withdraw at the end of the month to focus on something that demands your attention. But the Tower is to liberate yourself through change. So I feel some of you are really restructuring your world, or you may even hear of restructures in some area of your life that you'll have to remain flexible to navigate, is what I'm seeing there. Now, the lightning bolts hitting the crown of the Tower represent you know that some of these changes are necessary to come out of a comfort zone. If things have become a little bit stale or stagnant, I feel you're definitely looking at shaking things up a little bit just to bring a little bit more spontaneity and fun into your everyday, okay? Now, the Tower, I'm going to pull a card on it because sometimes the Tower can be a surprise. And, I mean, for some of you, that surprise will be love. Okay, because we do have the Lovers card there in your external circumstances. So if you are looking for love, I definitely see there's a potential for you to be talking to somebody new. Ultimately, you leave the month in a single energy if you are looking for love, but I feel like there's communication that will lead to something a little bit more stable later on. So I feel like the month of October, you could be getting to know somebody new, but you don't really call it a relationship until later on, is what I see there. Now, let me just pull a card on that Tower energy, because the Tower in the resistance position indicates that you avoid some sort of major difficulty or restructure. It's almost like you're given good luck. The Tower can be like an expose of truth as well. So I definitely see that, you know, in terms of world events, this is a time where you will see things coming to light that perhaps were hidden or were in motion to be revealed as new policies or new ways of working, and you may have to navigate that. So for example, if you run your own business, you may hear that there are like policies changing that you may have to adhere to, and it may be difficult at first, but you'll get used to it, is what I see here. I actually see, yeah, Knight of Swords are changes, but you are in control of it. So it may be that you're changing your approach to something that you do. But I feel like this Tower energy is working for you and not against you, okay? The Knight of Swords literally means lifestyle changes, but it can also indicate that you are, you know, being encouraged to adapt to a new way of thinking or a new way of behaving or a new way of doing something. You're in control of these changes, whatever these changes are, but I feel like you're responding differently to difficult circumstances. So you're being super flexible, and I feel you're being very goal-oriented this month, and I feel you're going to be very productive. You're going to get a lot done. You're actually going to leave the month feeling very proud of yourself, but I definitely see with the Hermit as your final card, I feel some of you are, you know, really yearning to become a little bit more spiritual, to connect to your inner self. Some of you may even develop your spiritual gifts, especially at the end of the month, because we have October 31st, of course, which is Halloween or Samhain. So there's definitely a very spiritual vibe there where you may implement some sort of ritual, whether it is like, you know, burning a list ritual to do some manifestation, or whether it is to cut a cord from a damaging relationship or a toxic environment. I definitely get a sense here that you're liberating yourself from anything that has been negative. Some of you may even be doing a bit of healing there as well. Now, your outcome energy, so this is change. Okay, and remember, I said this month is a big catalyst for change month. So you are going to be affected by it, but I feel in a very positive sense. There's definitely a major awakening here as well for you. So there may be something that does shock you. Intuitively, deep down, you may have known, but I feel like there may be something that you learn or hear about that shocks you, and it may just help you change your approach in some way. Again, I don't feel like it's like a hugely negative shock. I feel it's something that will help you get back on track. So it could be like a bit of a wake-up call where you feel there may have been some area of your life that you've been neglecting. So if, for example, you're in a career and it's doing really well, but you have no love life, you may be like, oh, I need to find some balance here. Whether it's you've been focusing more on going out and partying, but your working environment is sort of suffering there. I feel it's the same. You want to get back into some sort of semblance of balance. And if you're retired, for example, you may feel like you still haven't found your soul tribe, or you're trying to get into a rhythm of focusing on what really makes you happy, what you really want to connect to, and making your money, go a long way. And you may want to find balance in that area as well. Now, the Death card symbolizes, cultivating your landscape, your personal circumstances. So I definitely see that you're cutting out anything that has the potential to dull your shine. As you can see there, that scythe, it has the potential to reach the sun. The clouds are over the sun there. You are confident that you are moving towards whatever it is that you truly desire, and it's almost like you're unstoppable. You're not going to let clouds get in your way. You're not going to let anyone try to derail you from your path. I feel like you're in an energy of doing. Some of you may be decluttering your home space this month, or doing a bit of DIY. I really get a sense here that you're allowing yourself to bloom, having more confidence in yourself, and revamping your world in some way. If there was ever two cards that said there's a revamp here, it's the Tower and the Death card. And these changes that you're implementing, whether it is that you're cutting out things that make you feel low energy, or anybody who drains your energy, or circumstances that drain your energy, I feel like you're looking at yourself and seeing the value in you, and therefore you're recognizing that you deserve more than perhaps you're getting at this moment in time. Now, this could be financially as well. It doesn't have to be in terms of like friendships and things, but I get a sense here that you're having a little bit of a soul searching month this month, where your starting position there is the Six of Wands. Six of Wands is to be seen. So some of you are going to feel a little bit more sociable than usual. I definitely get a sense, if you're in a career, that you are going to gain some sort of great news, and I feel like there's major achievement this month where you're going to be so proud of yourself, okay? The Six of Wands can also indicate that some of you, if you've been at college in training, or you are studying for something, you're going to get a really great qualification, and it's going to help you long term. It may even help you set up your own business on your own, or become a consultant. And for some of you with the Six of Wands, this can indicate that you are going to get a promotion or a raise. I definitely see here there's a King of Cups energy. We're going from the Queen of Cups to the King of Cups, so there could be a step up in your career if you are in the career environment. But ultimately, the Six of Wands is really about knowing your worth, stepping up. So I definitely get a sense here that you are feeling motivated to transform your circumstances. You're inspired this month, and you are influencing your circumstances to get more, or to be blessed with more blessings, okay? I get a sense here that you are magnetic as well. You're starting in the Wands energy, which means there's going to be more vitality. I feel like you're going to be really bold. It's almost like you are taking October by storm, and people are going to notice. So I definitely see that happening for you there as well. Now, what's crossing you? We got the Strength card. Some of you have been putting like extra energy into your life to try and change your circumstances, and it's been hard. It's been a struggle. So some of you have had low energy, which I feel like will recalibrate this month for you. But with the Strength card, I feel this is also about confidence. I do feel like your confidence in your own abilities is going to return, okay? The Strength card is also a card of implementing self-care routines, and, demanding and commanding respect. So I definitely see that's happening there for you. You're a very strong person, my beautiful Taurians, and things may have been very, very difficult for you. And I definitely see that you're going from strength to strength, especially when you get this card. You're going to have unlimited resources to get you to wherever you want to go, because I do see that you're very goal-oriented, and I do see that you are a visionary. Your thoughts are becoming things, and I definitely see that you're going to have the stamina, the dedication, and the drive to get to where you want to go. So for some of you, you could be leaving a place behind. You could be ending a position in order to move into something new. Some of you may have gone through a separation with somebody, and whilst you're healing and it's very, very difficult, you are taking the time you need to move into a new way of being, a new lifestyle there for you. Some of you are literally going traveling, or you're trying to relocate in your circumstances, and I feel like you're doing what's best for you, and only you know what is best best for you. And I definitely see that you're changing things up a little bit. We do have the Page of Pentacles here. So deep down, you're calling in more money. There is some sort of financial news that's going on for you in the month of October that's actually going to be very, very positive. It's something that you put the effort into. It's something that you've worked really hard for. Now, this could be news of a bonus or some sort of new income that's coming your way. I feel like you've been patiently working away towards something, and now is the time to see some sort of payoff for your efforts, is what I see there. Pages, they tend to bring news, so I definitely see that there is some really positive financial news coming in here for you. But also I see this is about your planning stages. So some of you may be applying for new positions, or you may be applying your energy into learning something new, because pages often study as well. They're very curious about what's out there, because variety is the spice of life. So I definitely see that some of you or going where the money takes you, but also some of you, if you're retired, for example, you're putting your effort into utilizing the finances that you have in order to build a better life or enjoy your life in this moment. Some of you may even pay for a vacation that takes you to the sun, so you can actually relax, recharge your batteries, and really connect to your spiritual side, is what I see there as well for October. And if some of you are not doing that for October, it may be something that you're deciding to save for the future there as well. Now, in the past position, we've got the Ace of Swords. A major breakthrough is happening for you. Okay, so you may have felt an undercurrent of things changing for the positive for you. But the Ace of Swords indicates that fate and destiny are intervening. There's going to be lots of synchronicities going on for you. Things are going to start picking up. This month is going to be a pretty fast month. Okay, it's going to be like that. It's gone. So I feel like you're going to be very busy, very productive, lots of new ideas, and there's major clarity this month. It's almost like you just know what to do, or you know how to approach the month to get the best out of it. And some of you may even decide to, go into writing a diary, or write a journal or a blog, or you may even write a memoir, or, decide to write a screenplay, because I feel words, they're so important for you. You have a lot to say. So some of you, I feel you've got new ideas of how to express yourself and find your voice in the month of October, to really even set healthy boundaries. So I feel this is a month where you establish your power and you reconnect to your sense of self. Some of you may have felt a little bit disconnected from who you are, what you want, and you just may have been getting on by, day-to-day life is just happening and you haven't had a moment to even think. So I definitely see that this month, although it's going to go by very quickly for you, I feel like you're going to have some real breakthrough moments, and you're going to have some quality time to think, is what I see there as well. Now, also, Ace of Swords, some of you, not all of you, if you've already gone through a procedure or you have gone through some sort of surgery, I definitely see you taking the time necessary to heal. Okay, it's really important that you don't try to fast track this, because you may have a setback if you don't take the time necessary to heal. But I definitely see that some of you, I actually see that you heal quite quickly. You heal quicker than you think, is what I see there. So quality self-care time is important. Now, the Queen of Cups, it is the card of quality self-care. This is a card that indicates self-love, being comfortable in your own skin, and nurturing yourself and the world around you is so important, okay? So some of you, you may be a little bit more sensitive than usual this month, but I feel this is a card that indicates that you're actually a healer. And I feel some of you are noticing your skill set and how you could use it to help others as well. I feel it's almost like your level of compassion is elevating because you are having a major awakening. I feel also you are doing a lot of soul searching, and you're starting to really, really acknowledge that you are worthy of love and respect, okay? Because sometimes, and this may be a nostalgic energy that's coming out right now in your reading, some of you may have accepted less than you truly deserve in the past, whether that's in a relationship, whether that's in a friendship, whether it's in a working environment. And I feel like you're really looking at that to recalibrate your energy to make sure there's reciprocity there. Okay, now of course I cannot ignore the fact that there's a Lover's card here as well as a King of Cups and a Queen of Cups. So if you're in a high level commitment right now, I definitely see that you and your person may be thinking about going on a spiritual retreat or traveling or even relocating, but you're definitely bringing that spark back into your relationship. And if you are looking for love, I definitely see that there is a soulmate coming in for you. You may meet this person connected to some sort of spiritual retreat, is what I see there, or some sort of passion project. It could be a hobby that you do, or something that you are excited to do, something that you're ambitious to do, or it has been calling you to do for some time. It could be something creative there as well. So if you are looking for love, I definitely see getting yourself out there. You're going to connect to new like-minded people, and there's one person in particular who captures your attention. Queen of Cups, there's an energy here of support. I'm just getting this energy of support. It's almost like some of you may look at like vitamins that support your everyday diet. I definitely get a sense here that you're paying a lot of attention to your health at this time, and I feel like you're trying to bring a little bit more peace and harmony into your world. So you're managing your stress levels this month highly as well. Now we do have the Knight of Wands. Some of you are really desiring some sort of new spontaneous energy. I feel like you want adventure, or you're unstoppable in your energy. You're working really hard towards something. This is a card of entrepreneurship. So some of you may actually be launching a business, or you've got an idea, especially since we've got the Ace of Swords there. You may have an idea that you want to launch. Even if you've got a business already, it could be expansion that's occurring this month, where you actually do something extra creative that really makes you quite excited, and suddenly it's going to be very successful. I definitely see that you are naturally a leader. So if you're not running your own business, I definitely see you stepping up in a position of power in your current circumstances. So there will be more responsibility is what I see here. But ultimately, I feel like you lead with a pure heart. And some of you, I feel that you may even partner up in business with somebody. It could be someone you're already with as a relationship, or it could be someone you really trust, someone in your soul tribe. I feel like both of you would work really hard together. And I feel like it'll be a very lucrative business as well. If you're in a partnership at the moment and you feel like that person is not pulling their weight, I definitely see you walking away from that, or at least cutting ties with some part of the business with that person and moving forward on your own, because the Hermit energy is to go solo. But the main energy, I feel, is togetherness happening in your reading rather than being apart. The Knight of Wands is a card of being passionate. It's also a card of exploring outside your current circumstances to be bold or bolder, okay? And I definitely get a sense that some of you are thinking about traveling. This is the near future, so some of you may have a vacation booked. But the Knight of Wands, some of you are trying to pick up a new hobby or something that you're excited about, where you can channel your energy healthily into either that hobby or at the gym or something, in order to strengthen your mind, strengthen your body, but also to connect to like-minded people. I feel like you're doing something for you, and by association, I feel like you are meeting new people, people who are good company that will be friends for life. So I feel there's the opportunity here to meet or network, okay? Now, this is your advice to yourself in this moment. We've got the Two of Swords. So some of you are feeling stuck. The Two of Swords is a card of stagnancy, or it's a card of like uncertainty, stalemate, and you're considering your options right now. And some of you are withdrawing to find those answers. As I said, this looks like a very soul-searching month for you. There are some changes that you're implementing, but I feel like you're withdrawing in order to tap into your inner wisdom and your intuition before you make those changes. The Two of Swords tends to appear when you're about to do something bold, like, move through uncharted territory, where you're about to explore or experience something that perhaps you have no knowledge of before. So you're really trying to locate information, perhaps even information that's not readily available on the internet. So some of you may have to enlist someone who gives good advice, or someone who is a professional in that area in order to help you. So for example, if you are setting up your own business, You could be like, okay, I know what I can do, what I'm talented at, but how do I, do the logistics of it? How do I legally set up an entity where I can run my business? So some of you may be learning the ropes, as it were, but I definitely get a sense here that you are breaking through and you're going to be very successful in whatever it is that you do here. Now, the Two of Swords, it is also to pause. It is to take some quality time to think, okay? So I definitely see that taking a break is important. Some of you have been burning the candle at both ends, and it's really important to make sure that you've got that level of balance. You don't want to, how can I put that? It's like, yeah, you don't want to burn yourself out. I'm just getting this energy of being pushed and pulled in many different directions. You've got lots of thoughts on your mind. It's almost like you're trying to streamline your thoughts to focus on the most important. Okay, that's coming through heavily. Now, we've got the Lovers card as the external circumstances, and that really is about the law of attraction. Because the Lovers card, when you apply it to a general, like a monthly reading, it is about you vibing at a frequency in your heart and attracting your heart's desire, okay? Of course, it also connects to love, meeting a soulmate, but it also indicates you have some options to look at right now. And I feel like you're trying to make a major decision of change in your life. Now, this could be on a personal scale. It could be to do with, a food substance perhaps has been bloating you or making you feel drained. It could also be that you're trying to change circumstances at your working environment. It could also indicate that you are trying to change your friendship group because you are evolving and outgrowing some people. Some of you, it could be that you are deciding to retire, so therefore you are working on a different time frame in life. You may feel that your friends are not retiring at the same time as you, so now you're looking for your soul tribe, and now time is at a different pace, so you're trying to adjust to those circumstances, whatever the circumstances are for you, because everybody is different. I feel like you're going to be in the flow, okay? I feel like you're finding your way in the month of October. Also, the Lovers card is a card of a life-changing outcome. It means that you're about to make a major change on your path, and you are contemplating which path to take, which one brings you peace. Also get a sense here that there's going to be lots of harmony in relationships. I don't see anything negative here in your chart at all for the month of October, and not everybody's got that in their energy. So for some of you, there could be a new contract coming in as well, is what I feel, to step up in a leadership position. But ultimately, I feel this is a month where you are aware that the world around you is a very chaotic place, and I feel like you're really focusing inwards and in your immediate circumstances to create a sanctuary of calm and peace. And I feel also that a lot of you have healing gifts, so I feel you are actually going to really nurture those gifts, but also look at those gifts and see, are they something that you could help other people with? So you may set up like your own Reiki business, for example, or some of you, I just keep getting this energy of spiritual retreat, and it's really coming in very strongly. So I must have a large portion of beautiful Taurians out there who are currently scrolling through the internet, looking at booking a spiritual retreat or contemplating developing spiritual gifts. It's just coming through so strongly. Like normally that will come through strongly in a Scorpio reading, but it's like double strong in this particular reading for some reason. Now we do have the King of Cups there. The King of Cups is to be very composed under all circumstances, and I definitely see intuitively you know that there are some major shifts going on in your current circumstances, and you've got this, okay? King of Cups, I mean, this is also that you're making a lot of effort in something that you do. You are very creative, you're very gifted, very talented, and actually you're very charismatic as well. I feel like you're a very charming person. People really get on with you. You're a good friend as well. And some of you, especially at the end of the month, you're like, I just want to be on my own. Okay, so some of you may withdraw to recharge your batteries. And I definitely get a sense that if you are in a career, there is, a promotion available to you that you were not expecting. It does mean you have to change position. It does mean that there is a change in finances. And if you're getting a new contract, I would definitely make sure you read the small print, because there is a potential for there to be some clauses in there that you may want to revisit. it's like you may want to revisit them to eradicate them. So it could be that, for example, if you do lots of extra hours in the office, you're not paid. Or it could be that any bonuses that you had in your previous position are nullified because now you're stepping into a new position. And although you're stepping up, there may be a bonus or a benefit in your current contract that you think, I kind of like that. Not sure if I want to let that go. So just watch out for that as well there, okay? Now, this is a hope and a fear position. There is a potential this month that there is someone who tries to abuse their power in a situation, and they may use emotional manipulation to get what they want. Okay, so I'm just going to pull a quick card on that. That's coming through a little bit. So thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Grand Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Taurians? King of Cups again, Ace of Swords. Okay, I feel like you handle this person really well with the Ace of Swords present. I mean, there are opposing cards there, so I feel like you've got this. I feel like you'll be really honest and open with this person, and I feel like you, with your healthier boundaries, will diplomatically put this person in their place, okay? So I feel like you are leading with integrity, and I just feel there is, I mean, you even saw me shuffle the cards, and I'm getting the same cards just in a different deck. I feel like there's an idea that you're going to take to the next level. So whether it is to set something up, like in terms of a business, or whether it is to have a meeting or a conversation with someone in a position of power, it gives you clarity. Okay, so if you, for example, you want to learn how to do something, or you're dealing with something legally, or you're thinking about things logistically, I feel you're going to have an open dialogue with someone who really makes things clear, and then you know the next actions that you're going to take. Also, as I said, if you're in a career environment, because kings, they tend to connect to like business or being a pro at what you do, I definitely see that, you know, this month is going to be a very clear thinking month. You're going to be really on it. I definitely see that you're operating your life at your highest good, and there's a major breakthrough here. Something that deep down you know, because they keep highlighting the crown chakra. I mean, there's a crown there, okay, which is, and the sword is through it. It's like a breakthrough, but you knew this. Intuitively, you know that there is something changing, or something that is going to change. I feel like you're in a really good position to weather this change. So I feel like pay close attention to your hunches, okay? I do also feel that someone is going to have a very honest, open dialogue with you, and you're going to really appreciate it because it makes you know where you're at. Okay, I mean, this could be a neighbor. It doesn't have to be like someone in your working circumstances. It could be somebody that you have a really good conversation with, and suddenly you get like a new idea, or you get an answer to something that perhaps you've been trying to find somewhere else. It's almost like the universe is sending you a gift or a sign through a person saying you're on the right track. Now, we do have the Hermit at the end of the month, and this is an indication that you may want to withdraw because you won't want to be distracted on something. Some of you are definitely getting this energy of recharging your batteries, because it's going to be a very fast-paced month this month. The Hermit indicates that you are very wise, you're very knowledgeable. You leave the month knowing more than when you started. So that's really saying something, because I feel like you are naturally very gifted and naturally very knowledgeable, but I feel there's more to be learnt this month for you. Also, with the Page of Pentacles, I feel there is some sort of, as I said, money news. So it could be with the Hermit energy that you are waiting for some sort of financial news to come in, and then you can like make your next moves or take your next step in something, but you're just waiting for that financial news to come in before you make those steps. Now, that's not going to resonate for everyone, but that's just coming through there as well. Now, the Hermit energy, I feel like it's a time of reflection for you. I feel with this card, I'm getting this energy to, it's like you're renewing your energy. I feel like you're getting a new perspective on your life. And I feel like it's almost like a temporary time out, a temporary pause. So it could be a vacation. Let me just pull a card on it there for you. Ten of Cups, spending time with family, just taking a break, okay? Some of you may take a quick trip to visit someone in your family unit. The Ten of Cups is like, relax. It's like, have a good time. And Four of Swords, it's the same energy, which is like, take some time to reflect. Some of you are going to be connecting to like meditation. Four of Swords is really to, you know, heal or to recuperate, to find clarity, and you know, it's time for a break, to take care of yourself. So this month is a big month for you really to recognize that to work at optimum best, you need to have optimum rest. Okay, so I feel you are actually paying attention to that as well. The Ten of Cups also indicates that, you know, there's going to be a lot of happiness and harmony this month for you. Family are going to get on really well, or your soul tribe are going to get on really well. You're going to feel really proud of your efforts this month, and you're going to feel very fulfilled, especially at the end of the month there as well. I definitely see that you're being protected and redirected towards anything that you truly deserve and desire. And actually, I see a very positive month for you. Normally, there'll be something that pops up, but ultimately I feel this is a self-care month for you, and to make some changes in your life to get back on track. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Taurians? What do they need to know? Wolf, Pathfinder. Okay, it says release your past and start a new journey. I mean, you've got that Death card there, which means some of you are ending something, you are walking into new ways of doing things, you may be even breaking an old habit or releasing something that has been holding you back. But whenever you get a Death card energy and the Wolf, it tends to mean that you are finding a new way forward towards something greater, okay? I mean, it could also indicate that, you know, you're cutting things out of your diet, or that have made you feel like lethargic, or you're like cutting out or streamlining the amount of time that you spend on social media, or, you know, I definitely get a sense here that you're doing what's best for your like energy and your stress levels. It says here, you are a teacher and help others find their way. That was the energy that was kind of picking up there in your reading, which is like, you have some natural abilities there, and you may be trying to find a way of how you can help other people with it. It says, there will be challenges, but your soul is strong. Perseverance is your secret power. You have a love that endures. Okay. Now, wolves, they tend to be soul searchers, pathfinders. They tend to really be very independent. So some of you are trying to find that level of independence, spontaneity, and fun in your life. And I feel you're trying to connect to your true life's purpose and your true calling this month as well. So there may be a bit of a wake-up call where you just get back on track this month, but I totally feel like you're in the flow, okay? So I'm just going to go and get a trinket or rune before we close. It's really interesting. I close my eyes when I pick the trinkets, and, you know, I like to be surprised myself. And you got the same rune as Scorpio, and this is the wisdom rune. Okay, this is often called God rune, which means truth is important. Of course, you're going to lead with inspiration this month. You may get advice from someone or give advice to someone. It can also be a rune of apprenticeship, so you're learning something new. Ultimately, I feel this is a really positive month for you. And we have, it's interesting, we got the Swan. I wish I had said it, because when I was shuffling these cards, I actually saw the Swan card. There is a Swan card in here, and I saw the Swan card, and I thought that was the one that was going to come out for you, but it didn't. So I must have been seeing the image of the Swan there. Swan is to do things with grace. That it's almost like you make things look effortless, but no one realizes all the hard work that you put in. It's all below the surface, okay? So I feel like you have been working really hard, and it has been a slow progress, but I definitely see that you're securing a position and you're being in the right position as well. I feel like you're on the right path. We do have a turtle there, okay? The turtle, of course, is slow and steady, wins the race, but the turtle tends to have the shell on its back. So I feel some of you are trying to move home, and it's been a very slow process. Well, you may actually see it pick up pace a little bit more this month. There may be a property that you see that is within your budget, and I feel like you may move towards it quicker than you thought. Now, also we have the Witch. So I feel Halloween or Samhain is going to be very important for you this year. I definitely get an energy here that there is a wish being delivered. There are blessings heading your way and definitely some good luck. But also I feel some of you are going to be connected more to new recipes is what I see. You know, branching out in the kitchen. I know that's bizarre that it's connected to the witch, but some of you may be implementing, you know, spiritual practices or trying to develop spiritual practices there as well. I do feel there's something spectacular about this October for you. 31st in particular, I feel this is a date to be noted for you, and I feel it's something that you're going to love, something that you've perhaps been trying to achieve. It's almost like you wished it into being. Okay, and finally we have the Lantern, which often appears on the Hermit energy. So this is about recalibrating your energy, recharging your batteries, searching for inspiration, but also if you've had a real test of faith recently, I feel like your hope returns in the month of October for you. Okay, so I definitely feel that you are super connected this month towards something that you're going to feel very proud of at the end of the month. So I'll leave it there, my beautiful Taurians. I hope something resonates in that reading for you. It was a little bit complex for this month, but I gave you all the energy that I could feel that was coming out there. If it does resonate in some way, please like or subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press a little bell that lets you know when I update my next message. It lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is so important for me too. Thank you so much, my beautiful Taurians, and love and light.